Yeah, so welcome to Foreigner in the Philippines. So it's another topic that we're going to answer while I'm preparing for our dinner. So the topic that will be talked about is forgot now. A foreigner wanted to build a house on her mother and on her in-laws, mother and father-in-laws. How much will be cost? Depending on sir, how much, what depending on how big is the house, you need to consider how big is the house that you're gonna build, how many rooms it is. Would you want it to be concrete house? What is the roof? Would you want it to be corrugated iron, or you want it to be uh, color roof? Because corrugated iron is more cheaper, the white one. The usual roof that you seen in the ordinary homes. you know and the color up is the nicer one, which is what we got color up. And depending on the size, we get it from Tagbilaran, which is 1,000, I think 1,400 for the 12 feet, 10 or 12 feet, so which is quite expensive. So yeah, depending on, and at the same time, if you want it to be half concrete and then cladding. But I prefer, depending on the preferences that you wanted to, and at the same time to your in-laws, what is their preference house that you build. But you need to consider it also, sir, the materials is quite expensive now. Not And at the same time the labor, because the workers now, the labor is 600 per day. The labor is the one that you really, in just a day, and then you pay that. So that's the one. So if you're budgeting, for example, 2 rooms with a bathroom in it, kitchen outside, spend around, if it's cemented all the way, concrete house, just, because we're budgeting 200,000. If ever we sold the land, our mountain farm in the mountain, if we're selling it, if we able to sold it, then we are allocating 200,000 on that from the sales. And we're gonna build a house at the other side, next to the big house. We allocate 150 to 200,000 on Nanay's house there. It's kind of one room, and then one bathroom, and then quite a living room. So we're gonna build a big room, enough for Nanay's cabinet, because she got a lot of clothes, she got a lot of things packed up. So that's what we allocate on it. But of course, you need to add on the materials, the labor. That's another thing. But I will suggest, sir, if you could able to, if you got some cement mixer, because that will help the job to make it quicker. If there's a cement mixer that you could able to rent, or if you able to buy. But of course it's expensive, it's an additional cost, so I would prefer not to do it. But if there is a closer area where the neighbor of your in-laws got cement mixer, then maybe you could rent it for a couple of days just to do the flooring, because it makes it quicker. And at the same time, when they do the buhos, when they do the post, then it will help it make it quicker, the job. And it also help on the labor thing. But as I said, just budget 150, if it's cement, if it's concrete. But if it's not concrete and it's only half cement and then cladding, then 100,000 to 150 could do it. Depending, as I said, depending on the size, depending on depending on how big is the size of the house that you're going to build, how many rooms, how many CR, because the CR is additional cost, because we got, in our big house, we got a bathroom every room, and it's additional cost, it's additional cost. But I appreciate it now. to have a bathroom in each room, because when Terence and I go for example, we out of town and we wanted to sleep somewhere and we could rent it for one night. The one that has no bathroom is a cheaper one to rent, you know. And Terence said no, even though it's cheaper. I think cheaper 5. Yeah, so as I said, it depending on how big is the size of the house that you're going to build for your in-laws, sir. But expect 100 to 200,000 could be the budget, you know. That will include the water, and at the same time just a small house, you know, with water on it. So have a great day. Thank you so much and God bless. Bye bye.